Let's be modest and say 500,000 for the average person that they've worked 30 years. They didn't pay taxes on the 180. Now they're paying taxes on the 500. So the first year, they're used to $100,000 a year while they were working in active income. So obviously they don't want to decrease their standard of living, so they take the same exact amount during that time. So year one, they take out $100,000. The IRS taxes them at 30%. That's $30,000. That's year one. That's being modest, assuming that their kids now, who were young at the time that they waived taxes, are old and out of the house. The house is normally paid for, which means the home interest credit is normally there. The people in retirement normally have only their standard deduction. So if you have, if the standard deduction is the only thing I have, and for a married couple it's around $44,000 or so, we'd have to check with a CPA or accountant, but it's somewhere around there. You think about it, if you've taught me to save $500,000 in a tax me later vehicle, I already have my Social Security, I already have my pension, and then right now you're laying me out to be taxed at the highest tax bracket there is, first of all, with no tax deductions, and in year one they get $30,000. But the year two, I take out another $100,000 because I want to keep the same. Two, they take another $30,000, which means they're at $60,000 in year two. What they would have gotten over the full 30-year period, they're now in year two at $60,000 because we wasn't taught to pay taxes on the seed as opposed to the harvest. So we've been tricked for a long, long time to buy into vehicles that was just given to us in the 70s. So you have to remember, Black Wall Street in times where they were thriving, they didn't believe in preparing for retirement like I was going to Vegas and betting it all on black or red. They didn't believe in that because that's what they've got us to do right now. So the IRA, to go back to to what you were saying, I wouldn't talk necessarily down on any vehicle, but what I would like to say is every vehicle has its advantages and disadvantages, and you have to see based on my unique scenario and what my personal plan is, if that is the proper plan for me. So to go back to your question, Mathis, to say that he saw a better vehicle for you, that might have been the case because there's many vehicles out here that will serve us better. You have a lot of young kids now getting bonuses and stuff, going to the basketball league, the football league. The NFL isn't the only place that gives bonuses. You can get a bonus. You can get a 20% bonus in your money in year one if you put it into a certain vehicle. So you put $1 million over there, you got $200,000 year one. But they're not teaching us that. They don't teach us how to secure income, how after we made money to let the money work for us. So to go back to what Mathis said, if there are other vehicles that will suit you better based on your plan, my wife and I have one to talk about us personally. Mm-hmm. We have a plan that differs from the traditional 401k, IRA, and those strategies. We have a plan that we can control and we can direct our destiny, and it's fully protected while we're young. So the vehicle that we have our money in, it gives us a protection throughout our whole life in our youngest years when it's least expensive, and then it gives us an additional bucket to be able to save money in that has what they call a cap and a floor. So that means we will never have to recover from a loss that we'll never take. While the rest of the country is losing money, we haven't lost a dime where our money is situated. 86587. And I also want all of you guys who's listening to support the documentary that we have coming out, yes, in which we're going to have a series of different events situated around finance that's really going to catch the market by surprise. So you guys be around with it, support the movement, be a part of it. Yes. And man, thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks for the opportunity. Have us again, please.
Yes, yes, yes.